You see, the creation of Bangladesh was on secular Bangla nationalism. And there is a substantial population of non-Muslims who live in Bangladesh, who speak Bangladeshi language. And if you read the constitution of Bangladesh, Article 41 of Bangladesh constitution talks about freedom of religion. 27-28 talks about equality before law. Article 12 of Bangladesh constitution talks about secularism. So what has happened to Dipu Chandra Das is contrary to the constitutional mandate also. And it is very unfortunate that such a sad incident had occurred with Dipu Chandra Das. Our party condemns any sort of lynching, and we hope that the Bangladeshi observer or administrator, Mr. Yunus, his administration will take strong action against such incidents. And we must also remember that the stability of Bangladesh is very important to India's security, especially northeast. There has been a very popular revolution in Bangladesh, and we hope that the relationship between India and Bangladesh doesn't deteriorate further. And once elections are held in February, we hope that the relationship would be stronger as it was before. And one must also understand that Pakistan's ISI, the Chinese and all these inimical forces who are against India are right now in Bangladesh. So it is very important that relationship with Bangladesh improves, and whatever steps the Ministry of External Affairs is taking, we support it, and we hope that they are successful in it. And secondly, please remember that any sort of mob lynching anywhere in our country also or in Bangladesh, it shows that the rule of law is not there, and it shows that the majoritarian politics have taken over, and these vigilantes have taken law in their hands, and they are deciding to kill people on the basis of their religion or on the basis of their faces are there, and based on that they are killing people. For example, in a laborer of West Bengal in Odisha, Sambalpur, Joel Sheikh was killed, mob lynched and killed. Why? Because these killers thought he's a Bangladeshi. Secondly, what happened in Dehradun, a tribal boy, Angel Chakma, who's doing his MBA, was called slurs, and these killers decided to kill him just because they felt that he's not an Indian. Thirdly, in Nawada, Mr. Athar Hussain, his toes were cut, his ears was cut, an iron rod was pierced in his body, and then he was subsequently he died. He was killed, murdered. It is shameful that the incidents are taking place in our country. And who are these people to question anyone, to question anyone's nationality? And even if you have doubt, you go and complain to the local police. How can you hit someone? How can you kill someone? I know that Angel Chakma, his father is in BSF. He's putting his life in danger in safeguarding the borders of India. And these lumpen, these buggers, decide to kill a young boy. So it is highly condemnable. And we hope that such incidents will not have the backing of BJP or RSS. Because you just cannot take law in your own hands. This will not end. If this continues, then there will be no rule of law left. No. It's Angel Chakma was called all sort of names. There were two boys who were attacked. One died. And who are these people to take law in their own hands? And who gives you the right to question anyone's nationality? And who gives you the right to say all these things? These people are completely mad, and they do not understand the diversity of India. India is a diverse country. That is the beauty of our country. Just because someone doesn't speak that local language, does that not make him an Indian? Just because someone has a different facial features, does that makes him that doesn't make him an Indian, is it? What is that? Who decides what is the facial? What one's face should be? What one language should speak to be and call an Indian? These people are the real people who are bringing bad name to India. No, see, this is an internal issue of Bangladesh, but it is a very, very sad incident which happened to Deepu Chandra Das, and that is why our party has condemned all mob lynchings, including Deepu Chandra Das. But one thing you must remember, we have always had good relationship with Bangladesh. It is high time that the Narendra Modi government ensures that that relationship is strengthened, and it is very important because we share 1100 kilometers of border, not only land but maritime border also with Bangladesh. So we hope that whatever steps government are taking would strengthen the relationship. But please also remember that the Ministry of External Affairs Standing Committee, of which I am a member, in our report we have called these recent developments in Bangladesh the greatest strategic challenge to our country since the independence of Bangladesh in 1971. So we hope that the relationship doesn't deteriorate further. We hope that after elections, they're supposed to have a national government, and our government and whatever government comes into existence over there, we should work together.